Right now we go to Southeast Wisco. Chris in Southeast Wisco. Chris, what's going on?
Hey, Jim. How you doing, dude?
Good, dude. How about you?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking. Say, listen, Jim, I love playoff football, so it's been great to see you tee things up to get us ready for the exciting upcoming weekend of pro football. Yet things went south when Tommy D let that ice road trucker chick from Omaha state what everyone knows is obvious. Green Bay hasn't had a championship-caliber defense in 30 years, Katie. Great take, genius. But thanks for once not making your calls exclusively about how bad you want to get nice with virtually every pro athlete walking the continent. How classy of you. Where do you draw the line, Katie? Even my boy Bobin from the Dallas Mavs is said to be working on a restraining order against you. Lastly, Jim, I was saddened to hear that Gerrit shredded his calf getting in some quality minutes on the hard court. Maybe as he rehabs his injury, he'll be able to focus his free time on growing his kickball league. I honestly would love for the suits at CBS Sports to pick up his league over broadcasting Italian Class B soccer or pro swimming. Hey, Jim, you already know, brother. But for those that don't, it's a dynasty, clones.
Chris in Southeast Wisco. That was harsh. Quote, Katie does not want to get with every athlete walking around on the planet. Just apparently Aaron and Justin. As far as Gerrit Ritt and his kickball league, I don't really know what his plans are for expansion. I don't even know if Gerrit has the rights to that. I don't know if Gerrit is shopping the rights to that. I don't know if Gerrit's going to directly stream that or put it on his Twitch feed, or if he's going to try and go with the subscription model. I don't know. Who knows what Ritt's going to do? Whatever it is, it's going to be a bad idea that he thinks is the best idea ever. But, dude, I will say, it seems like maybe that calf's warming up a little bit. You seem like you're getting around a little bit better. Do you feel better? You said a little bit.
No, I wish. No, I don't go that route.
In case you missed it, Gerrit Ritt the other night was at the gym rehabbing an existing injury. He's got a torn rotator cuff. So he was getting in his therapy, getting in his work, doing what he was supposed to do, and then he looked over and he saw a 5-on-5 run. And he tried to ignore it, but the way he tells the story, they were looking at him like he was an in his prime LeBron and calling to him to come over and join the fight. So he went over. Apparently he was the first pick. And then he went out there and tried to go around a screen and heard this explosion.
And I plant my right foot to go get him, and my calf just explodes. And you could feel it pop.
You felt the pop.
I felt the pop. I knew right away.
Like you stepped on a landmine or something. So now he's got a torn rotator cuff and what I don't really know what the actual diagnosis is, but maybe a shredded calf or a torn calf. Whatever it is, now he's got two things. Are you actually rehabbing the calf or resting it?
The straight wheelchair.
So I said to him, so that was part of my question too, as part of our exchange. I said, all right, so you're running, and it's a big game, I'm sure. They all are, or you would not be a part of it. When you explode your calf, and by the way, big ups for being out there with a torn rotator cuff. Were you like Baker Mayfield? Did you have that like harness on that one side? Because you know Ritt was still going to be jacking it up. The second he came across the timeline, you know he was looking for his shot. His range is the parking lot. Ask him. So he's out there, and he's got this exploded calf right now. And are you now rehabbing two injuries? He said, no, extensive rest. I said, wait a minute. You being the hero, the war hero that you are, Ike, I need to know. When you went down, how did you handle that? Were you like Kobe Bryant? Did you shred an Achilles, shoot your free throws, and walk off on your own power? Or were you like Caron Butler? And Caron Butler's told the story about how when he dislocated his knee or his kneecap, literally it slid down his leg. I mean, it was like one of the most gruesome, painful things ever. But because I think his mom and his wife were in the stands, he's like, oh, hell no, they're not carrying me out of here. I'm walking off. I'm going to walk off on this, and they're going to see me walk off on this. Or did you go Paul Pierce and go wheelchair? And Ritt said, I went wheelchair.
It was straight wheelchair.
Straight wheelchair.
Leaves.
And then he started to utilize leaves. I said, did you
Leaves.
smoke those? Leaves. I thought you meant leaves, like the cron. A little CBD. Anyway, he's here. Has not missed work. His attitude is relatively okay. Below okay. But he's still there grinding.
Right now, I feel great. Yeah, I feel at home. This is where I should be.
When he said he felt at home and where he should be, it was on the air. That's his thing. That was like the adrenaline. That's like the natural drug. That's better than the Aleve.
Take this mic up with me back up to the back row.
He tried to bring the mic and the camera back to the back row. But nobody liked Ritt. I mean that. Nobody liked him. And back really quickly to Chris in Southeast Wisco. Did he refer to, quote, Katie as a trucker chick? I think he did. A trucker chick. There's a jungle beef right there. She is polarizing. I like it. She's tough. She can handle herself.